All right, I'm just gonna jump into it. Hi, it's Minnie. It's been a while. I was looking back on some of my old YouTube videos in honestly horror and then sympathy for my past self, because so much has evolved in the skincare and the beauty world since then. If you didn't know, some of my older videos are like trying on mineral sunscreen and being in like the weeds of some of the white casts and pastiness and the whole shebang. Things have changed. I decided to do something a little bit special this year. I did a little Chrissy card. This is actually the one that's going to like press and brands I've worked with this year, because I'll write it in, and all the other people, they just get a stock standard print. No, there's just too many people for me and my poor like carpal tunnel hand to write. But yeah, this is like the nice list of 2024. They're products that not only have I enjoyed a lot, I think they're products that the community has really embraced as well. And wow, what a year it's been. I just thought it'd be cool if we go through like what made my nice list in 2024, aka 2024 favorites. Let's start off so strong with the Gunk Melting Balm. This is, what can I say, magic in a tube. This is the most lush, most emollient, most hydrating, experiential first cleanse I've ever used. Not only is it a small business, it's women owned, and I absolutely adore that this ticks so many boxes for me, and I know for you. So it's fragrance free, no breakouts, no congestion, no skin issues, no skin irritation. Like, this is the product that I really recommend for people with sensitive skin for their first cleanse. It's also in a tube, which just makes it easier, and I think half the battle with skincare is consistency and ease of use, and it's why you're not going to see any tubs this year in my favorites. It's why you're going to see a lot of tubes and a lot of products that are all about multitasking and ease of use. At the end of the day, if you're acne prone like me, it's about consistency, and anything that like gets in the way of doing a skincare routine at night is too much. Talking about skin, my skin is acne prone, scar prone, and it's been a roller coaster this year. Literally 2 days ago, my skin was crystal clear, and now I'm sitting with about like 5 or 6 breakouts on my face. And although a lot of things can be the culprit for that, in the end of the day, I am acne prone, and yeah, shit happens. But let's power on. If you see me looking here, it's because this is the viewfinder. Next up is the Boring Without You Face Flood Moisturizer. I'm actually gonna use some now because I've only used a toner on my face. It is pink because of the B12, and I've actually gone through a tube of this already. This is special for quite a few reasons. Davey, the founder, is a part of the skincare community and, you know, takes us along when he formulates products. And I know, okay, obviously it's not essential. I think it does feel significant when you see like the life of a product and the reasoning behind what active ingredients are going in it. And you know the founder, it just gives you another level of connection. That's the same with Gunk, and that's the same with TBH Skincare, and I'll chat about that one later. But what I like about this is, as much as someone like me or any skincare person can harp on and on and on about your skin needing moisturizer, regardless of your skin type, regardless if you're oily, regardless if you're acne prone, you can still end up in a place where you're not comfortable wearing it. And I hear you and I get you, and I think this is one of those wonderful products that are just a bit of a solution for the people that are still anxious about using a moisturizer. It's not gonna leave you greasy, it's not gonna leave you shiny, and frankly, the most important part, it's not gonna break you out. What I also love about this is the 5% niacinamide is huge. Like, that's a really, really generous percentage. You do not need to double up with a niacinamide serum. That's just another one of those like multi-facet products that you really could use this as a serum and be fine. Powering on strong into the land of French skincare, the absolute grip French skincare has had on my routine this year. I'm gonna tell you about another favorite soon that, I don't know who I haven't got on it, but anyway, this is the Embryolisse Lait-Crème Concentré. This is the original, sorry if it's keying out, and this is the Sensitive. I tend to reach for the Sensitive a little bit more just because it's fragrance-free, non-comedogenic. I don't find that the original breaks me out, but you know, sometimes my like scared acne brain goes, you should use something lighter just in case, even though, as we've discussed, that's not always the case. And then for the nighttime, I go on with the Sensitive. Ease of use, this has like little lines on the cap. Sounds significant on face value, but gosh, does it make a difference when like your hands are damp from serum? And it's just these little things that if you want skincare to be consistent for you, they need to be an enjoyable experience. Sometimes fragrance is a thing that brings the joy to the experience and encourages you to use something. Sometimes it's packaging. It's a mix of all, including texture for me. This is the texture. I would say it's a little bit lighter than the original. On the card, I did feature the original because that's the thing that I think like really takes my makeup to the next level, really gives me that boost of hydration, can really be a wonderful hydrating mask. It's a great multi-use product. Actually, I even tried to remove my makeup with it, and yes, it does work. Next up is something that I don't have on me at the moment because I finished my bottle, but it's the Roche-Posay Mela B3 Serum. This is one of those launches this year that was genuinely exciting for me. A lot of technology that I really, really love. In fact, in their Effaclar Duo Plus M, they have a ceramide that pretty much, again, I'm not a science communicator, but it pretty much sits on a melanin receptor. So when the melanin molecule, oh my gosh, I'm butchering this. I can hear Michelle rolling in her grave. But pretty much when the little like molecule that wants to like finish off making the melanin comes, there's a ceramide sitting there so it can't create the melanin. It helps prevent the pigment forming, and that's in their Effaclar Duo Plus M. It's really awesome technology. It's actually patented to, I think, the parent company, but in a really classy move, La Roche-Posay came out with the Mela B3. But what that meant for me, as someone with acne-prone, adult acne, scarring, the fussy stuff, the whole lot, is I can't use and enjoy vitamin C products. They're too irritating on my skin. If you're acne prone, you may find the same. But the Mela B3 serum offered a real pigment fighter that wasn't vitamin C. It does actually have quite a high percentage of niacinamide in it, so there is that as well. But what I found personally amazing and really took me back was the fact after I'd finished the bottle, I saw a really significant improvement in the scarring and hyperpigmentation on my face. And let me tell you, as someone who uses a lot of skincare, there's definitely been times where I finished a bottle and I haven't seen results. And although I don't go into products expecting, you know, that quick of a result, you know, our skin does typically have a 28-day timer on it that it's gonna take probably about that long to start to see results, with some exceptions. I really saw a noticeable improvement, and that was just encouraging. I mean, I'm human. I do like seeing fast results. I don't want to trade out fast results for long-term skin damage, but this was that real happy medium where I felt like it improved my skin. I enjoyed the texture, and I really enjoyed getting to understand some of the tech behind it. Now we're up to the Hydrating Glow Mist Hot Spray SPF 50 from Naked Sundays. You can see it is absolutely well loved, and that is because reapplying is not my favorite thing to do, and it's not your favorite thing to do. And if you're saying it is, then you're lying to me. Reapplying isn't fun. Reapplying over makeup is even less fun, but it is essential, especially when we're coming into summer. Like, the way I kind of see it is we're talking about skin cancer as like the #1 thing that we have in mind when we're wearing SPF. We're thinking about skin cancer prevention, stopping UVB rays and UVA rays from damaging our skin and causing irreversible harm. But beyond that, if you're using active skincare, if you're using actives, if you're using retinol, if you're using AHAs, the whole lot, you really do need that extra step. So sure, an SPF 30 applied twice daily, obviously follow the label. Sure, that level of sun protection can help prevent skin cancer, but if you've sensitized your skin and gone that next level and you're really into skincare, go for the SPF 50 plus. Make sure you reapply and be really anal with it. The mister on the bottle is super, super, super fine, and mister technology has come such a long way since its initial launch. This is something that I use to reapply often. It doesn't break me out. That makes things easy. This is the TBH Acne Hack Spot Treatment. This has been in my routine for yonks, and what's really, really special about this is it's an antibacterial that isn't using the salicylic acids and the benzoyl peroxides that a lot of products do use when they're entering into some of that more acne fighting territory. The initial texture was a tiny bit like grainy or less cohesive. Now it is really elegant and smooth. Honestly, extremely impressive that they've managed to do that with an ingredient that's a bit fussy to formulate. If you're looking for a product that's about tackling acne, this works, it's awesome, and even more importantly, it's at a really accessible price point. As an extension of the TBH range, there's also the TBH Rebound, Skin Milk Activated Cica Toner by TBH Skincare and Hannah English. Wow, this is my absolute favorite from the Rebound range. It's an absolutely stunning formula. It smells nice. It's not scented, but the Cica in it is like you know, I think noticeable, which I actually really enjoy. The texture is lovely. It's super hydrating on the skin, but most importantly, it calms my skin right down, and you can really notice the redness kind of just disappear and relax on your skin. Honestly, I don't understand how they've made like such a beautiful component, such a beautiful formula at such an affordable price point. Like, this is an 100 ml bottle. Personally, I think this would totally replace any soothing or barrier serum that you're using. It's 100 ml, it's affordable, it's accessible, women owned, women formulated, women founded, you know, it's all the good stuff. It's a no-brainer. Go through sunscreens quickly. If you didn't know, in Australia, the TGA regulates what content creators can say about SPF that they've been sent. So I can't really provide a personal testimonial, but what I can say is I have used these. What can I actually say? I can say what's been given the thumbs up. This is gentle hydrating. It's using zinc as its UV filter. I really, really like zinc as a UV filter. I'm like dancing around my words, so I don't say anything I'm not supposed to say. But yeah, this I've been using for years. This was a part of Avène's new launch this year. I don't know what I can say, but you can listen for yourself. I'll show you the texture and you can, you know, make some guesses why perhaps it's made like the spot on the card. The absolutely iconic liquid gold from Alpha H had a bit of a facelift. The bottle is very gorgeous. It was made to kind of like mimic what a perfume might look like, so you can put it on your nightstand, you can put it somewhere special. This is such an effective, beautiful, honestly flawless formula. They haven't updated the formula since they created the product, and there's no reason why they should. Liquid gold has 5% glycolic acid, but it's at a really specific pH to just be quite intense on the skin. That can be scary if you're acne prone or if you have sensitive skin. Certain ways to use it best if that's the case. This is something I've used for quite a long time with no irritation and quite successfully, even though my skin is quite fussy. The hydrating milky toner by Thayers might just outlive me. I've been using this consistently, sometimes morning and night. I've not made like barely a dent because this is almost the size of a carton of milk. It's 355 mils. This is a hydrating serum. This, honestly, because of the hyaluronic acid and the snow mushroom, in my mind, it's almost made like those little hyaluronic acid serums obsolete when you can get something like this. I think this makes a lot of sense in terms of the price point, in terms of how juicy and hydrating it is on the skin. And it goes to show that there are quite a lot of affordable, really effective options on the market. But in saying that, it does loop back to what brings someone joy when they use skincare. And that could be part of the reason why they decide to use like a smaller hyaluronic acid serum. But there are definitely things like that that will probably outlive me and give my skin all the juice and the hydration that a little hyaluronic acid serum would do, if not more. Two products I don't have on me at the moment because I finished them, but I'll pop on screen me using them and chatting about them, is the Dermal Therapy Acne Spot Treatment. This was such a mind-blowing step forward in terms of addressing acne at the pharmacy. It has sulfur as its hero ingredient as an antibacterial, which is really significant because sulfur works beautifully on acne. Not only is it calming, not only is it antibacterial, but it's quite quickly effective to just calm down a blemish. But for a few reasons, including its smell, including how it is as an ingredient and the texture, it had previously only been in things like masks or spot treatments or like dry down treatments. The Acne Spot Cream brought it in a serum that was quite gentle and easy to use on the skin, that didn't require any dry down or like momentary treatment. You could leave it on overnight. You couldn't see it on the skin. It was invisible. It didn't smell bad. Besides sulfur in the formula, it's actually packed full of quite a few amazing things. It has a triple AHA complex, bakuchiol alongside niacinamide. I'm just remembering this off the top of my head, but the way they've blended this treatment, it's something that I've not only recommended to younger people in my audience or mums that are looking for products for teens, but also to people that have adult acne. Because when formulating an acne product or something to really address those pesky blemishes, it's not just about targeting the active acne, it's also about addressing the scarring, and you can't do one or the other. Sometimes when you take those two things apart in two separate products, it really does a disservice to the person who's using treatment, because skincare can be complicated. Not everyone knows about the acne cycle, not everyone knows about all these its and bits. Putting it all in the one tube at a really, really affordable price point is just genius. Dermal Therapy has gone from strength to strength this year. Are we ready to finish on the highest note ever? It has taken over my routine. I've used it morning and night. It's made a huge, huge significant difference in my skin, how my blemishes appear, how they heal, my scarring, the whole lot. Here she is, this $20 tube. Where do I even start? If you're someone that gets congested from barrier creams, if you're wanting to repair your barrier, everything's breaking you out, I don't think you've tried this. This is a CICAVIT Plus from SVR. SVR is well loved and it's old news in Europe and Paris. It's quite a bit newer in Australia. Originally it was a bit niche online at French Beauty Co and like a few online stores, but now you can actually get it at Priceline. The texture, unmatched for barrier creams in my opinion, and I've known and loved quite a number of barrier creams that haven't broken me out or were like a little bit fussy. This one was quite literally made with scarring in mind. 43% of the formula is a micro repair complex that actually works to help reduce inflammation, reduce the redness, and all those things contribute to scarring and the deepening of scarring and the worsening of blemishes and the whole lot. The texture honestly is unmatched. All I can say is please go try it. If you're not gonna like just buy a bottle off the shelf, even though I would almost guarantee you'd adore it, go into Priceline and they should have a tester. Hopefully they can send you home with a little sample. This also may just solve your FOMO if you've seen a lot of barrier repair creams on TikTok and nothing is making your skin happy. This is the one that isn't gonna break you out. You don't need to lessen how often you use it. It's just fantastic and I've been using it morning and night very, very happily. Well, that's it. I'm sweating. I'm ready to stop recording. Hopefully I get to film some more chatty videos on YouTube soon, just when it like, you know, feels right. But this has been a beautiful year. I won't get too corny on you because I already got really corny in the Christmas cards. But thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for watching, and you probably know where to find me, but I'll leave it below just in case.